So what happens is that you come into this building, which is the OISE building. You take the elevator up to the second floor, and you basically follow the hallway from the elevator. So the elevators are down there. So you turn right, and then you come up, and then you walk up. And what you'll find is then, so this door is now open. So Center for Black Studies and Education. Hope you can read that backwards as it is. And then what you have as you walk in, it's a sort of community, you know, hangout. And so it is. And then you get all kinds of things like this. No, go ahead. Oh, you want pictures in front of the thing? Okay, sorry about that. Alright. A little kitchen area here. And different folks taking photos. And what I love about what I'm seeing is a lot of young folks. And again, you know, opening up community to
they also see it in their own neighborhood, right? So, because of
just hanging out. Sorry, I'm just wandering around. Just wandering around, sorry.
Not this one.
Study room. Yeah, spaces. Other spaces of retreat. Healing. Nurturing, rebuilding. Because I don't want to say retreat as in stepping away from, because one of the things about space like this is supposed to center and ground people in these buildings, right? But because of anti-Black racism and how it shows up, and because of the nature of a colonial space, it's important to have these places to, when I say retreat to rebuild, to heal, to nurture, to shore up, restore, to keep going, to keep, you know, showing up.
Call me that. It's
He was so happy when I told you that because he's like recent. He was so happy. He was like, wow, you're saying my name right, you know? Even like Mustafa, they put him as Mustafa.
Study rooms, people are actually in there studying right now. Oh, again.
He's like the saddest thing ever. And I was like, oh my god. So that was actually nice.
There's no smaller kids in school, huh?
Really?
No, not even one. Not small as that. There's a couple. I saw them like 15 kids. Yeah. That looked Somali. Yeah. And I had that like smile one time. Huh? Yeah. Okay, never mind. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. There's one kid from Syria, right?
Because we did French,
yeah.
and then
Welcome to the CBSC. This is our community room. So it's one of my favorite rooms. It's a community room, and it's also where we have a lot of gifts given to us, artifacts.
Wow.
So it's yeah, we're bringing this back into the space. And over here we have our professor's collection. So here we have collection of books written by the OISE Black faculty. So these are all the Black faculty books. This is one of mine, and it's one of mine as well. I read with a couple of others. And this is one of my bestseller down here, Stop the Hate. Of course, you see Jamaican culture and vibes there. You notice some of the Andinka symbols, very, very big. I'm sure it's something that I really love. So this one of my favorite stole I got. Look over here. And I got this from Pride Toronto. When Pride Toronto kept their first ever, they call it Sankofa. Actually, it's coming up again for early next year in February. I've already registered. It is a black queer amazing space. So this is our center. And over here, of course, more books, artifacts. We need this in the space. How many places do you go and you get to see this, to experience this, to understand what we do? So this is two Jamaican, I think they made this book, Black Joy, of course, some of the most appealing people, James Baldwin, Bell Hooks, Octavia Butler, and so we're building a collection. Can you read like a poem, one of your poem book in the center, please?
Okay.
Give it to the center.
No, I have one that is unpublished.
Good.
And it's amazing.
Get ready for the center. We want your work in the center. We need your work in the center. So I've gotten, we're laughing because that was an amazing gift from Canute. And it's not given to the center fully.
Right,
it's still
right.
mine. And then welcome to my office. Welcome to my office, God. Welcome to my office. So this is my office in the center. And you can see, these are from Ghana. I took them from Ghana. These are all from Ghana, Aquaba. You see the stuff. So that's what the center does, right? We are bringing that space. Funny enough, before I got this job in the center, I have gotten a couple of gifts, and I want you to notice. So this one is from the Jamaican Canadian Association, absolutely from Ghana, made in Ghana, right? This is it. This is the connections. This award is from 2021, way before I even got the job at the University of Toronto. And this is from Anapsi. And this was also carved in Ghana. Just imagine the connection. Well, this is my chair, but of course, you see what is behind me in my chair? My ancestors' wildest dream. So when I speak about that on a daily basis, I sit here, and when I'm having that kind of day, I look around me and I remember, I am my ancestors' wildest dream. Notice even my decks thing. It's not about black joy. This is what I do. This is what I do. I drink it up. I live. When I say to people, I am black on purpose, we're not trying to do anything less than that. So welcome to the center. It's good to see you down. It's good to see you in the center.
Happy to be here.
Thank you. Thank you.
And Kajut, I mean, I follow you. I see
You do?
Canute, the poet.
The poet, writer.
Amazing. As a matter of fact, Canute was our MC, our massive ceremony for the center, our second anniversary celebration. So get ready, Kenny. Our third anniversary celebration is going to be a situation.
So, your ultimate goal with the center, now that you are in this position, what's your ultimate goal before you leave?
Oh, well, what I'm doing, my goal now, I want to start from that, was to build a community. You know, oftentimes when you see university spaces like this, they are scholarly, they are distilled, they are protected, they are separated. I want to make sure community is here. So if you look outside, you notice we have students, we have professors, we have educators, we have superintendents, and we have community. And I'm going to have some programs coming up. Won't tell you much about it as yet, where community is taking the center stage. Not just an add-on, but community. Because this space, that is the professors before me. The professors like Professor George Day, Professor Joe Kiwan, Professor Ann Lopez, Professor Lance McCready, Professor who have done this, who have done the work to get this center. That's their dream. They want this to be a center for just academic space, but a community space. So I'm doing that. But you asked me what's my ultimate goal. My ultimate goal is that this is going to be a hub. When I said a hub, and it's giving hub energy, right? But I want it to be a place where somebody says, have you been to the Center of Black Studies in Education? Because there is something happening here. I want to host art exhibitions. I want black queer artists to come and host exhibitions. I want even a black poet. We're speaking that into being. It's going to host that. We want to publish. One of the things I'm going to do, and it's in the works, there are going to be publications coming out of the center when we are going to tell our stories, Black Joy stories, stories about our ancestors, stories about going to the country in Jamaica, stories that will sustain us. So when our children are coming up, they will understand what a minibus ride look like. When you said you're Jamaica and you went to the country, what does that look like? We're not capturing those in our books. We are losing our stories because we are not writing them. So I want this center to produce stories, and it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. Listen, I've genuinely committed for this work to do what I've done for every other thing.
Yeah, and I know you
And
say,
it's not hard.
and it's always here in Jamaica. It's a metaphor for the diversity of the range of
God. Oh, yes.
how people live. Our ancestors lived in Africa, but also how we. Not even just our ancestors,
Yes.
because some of us of a certain age,
Yes.
that was our
I
childhood
just use
growing up
Jamaica
as well.
for an
Right?
example. But
Great.
we have our St. Lucians, our Bayesians to come from all
Absolutely.
over. I just had a most amazing conversation yesterday with a black young lady who came here, was talking, and she's from Bermuda.
Right.
And we were having a conversation about her identity, that coming from Bermuda to Canada, how much she tried to hide her identity, and now she's on a discovery of herself. She found her way to the center. She found her way to the center. She said, and if it's funny, because this is maybe sound funny to you, so there's two young ladies outside, and they are here in community, and the first time seeing them, so I said, oh, nice to meet you. My name is Dr. Campbell, and I said, tell me about yourself. And they said, we just heard that there is an event here with a whole bunch of black people, and we need to come here because we have no other place like that. So you have to understand, when I've had events here before, and I've had PhD students from other universities come to our PhD student research gathering, and they said they have never been into a room where there were 21 PhD students, and they all self-identify as black.
That's fantastic.
So we're building community, and I'm about community. Community takes work. I need to say that for a minute for this visit, for this recording, because I know, Doug, your community. I met Beth the other day in the airport, and we literally had a conversation about community. A lot of people don't realize community takes work. Community takes work. And community is not opportunity. Oh, I'm going to leave that. I'm going to leave that. Because I remember a lot of times when I heard the word community, what I hear is, oh, there's somewhere we can go to get something. And a lot of us need to do better, because the only time we use the word community is when we are in need.
Yeah.
So I say to people, tell me, how are you pouring into community? And I'm going to say it's going to be a little bit personal, because I go personal. That's me. I just celebrated my birthday. I literally lived my best life. I believe but it was ridiculous. Amazing. And in come back in that plane, sitting on quietly, what I realized is that, Andrew, you have reaped out of community so much, but you have sown into community. And I want to encourage us in community. We blame community a lot. We quarrel with community a lot when community is not giving us what we want. But I'm looking at the people who are saying that, and a lot of us, we are not pouring into community. I'm just encouraging us as black folks to show up into community just to give. We don't need nothing. We don't need to be nothing free given away. We don't need nothing. Just show up so you can bring your joy, your heart, your love, your kindness, your laughter, your stories, your poems, your dance, your skits, your movements, your ideas, your dreams. Bring that into community. Think about if we all just come and just throw that down. Imagine if everything I just listed, we brought and just throw it down on the ground. And in community, when people who need it in community will be able to come in and just get it. There'll be so much love, kindness, joy, ideas, passion, networking. You just come and get it. So I just want to leave that, because I know you do your messaging. I want to message community. I don't like to say community. How you doing?
How you doing? Listen.
Thank you.
Wendy, oh Wendy.
Wendy, thank you.
Yeah. No, and it's beautiful what you're saying, because the way I think about it is that ultimately I'm hearing you saying you want to demystify the idea of an academic environment that has value for what we can do with it, right? Not just because it's academic, right?
But also to let community know that this place belongs to them.
Absolutely.
So let me give you a joke. The number there are a lot of things I don't share on social media. People think I share everything. I mean, you would be smart if you realize I can't share everything. I have a full life. I only give you a portion. But one thing that I am very intentional about is the ways in which, when I see my community say to me, Dr. Campbell, I want to do my master's. I said, start it now. And I realized that so many of us have seen University of Toronto like this place where oh, I don't know if I could go there. So I am saying to community, there's a space for you here. We are creating that space for you here. If you are come to University of Toronto right now to do your masters, you have the Center of Black Studies to come and study.
Fantastic.
You have a bunch of black professors who are teaching courses that you can select. Many people did not have that opportunity.
good to hear.
You have that in 2024, 2025 to come to University of Toronto, do your masters in education and have at least 4 or 5 courses done by black professors. We have that here.
Fantastic.
There's a space for you here. So I want to make sure a part of the demystifying of the whole thing is also saying, well, there's a space for you here. Because these spaces are very white spaces.
Yes.
We have to be carving out our own space. And I'm just so you know, I'm not carving out a piece. I'm not carving out a little piece. I'm carving out a whole situation here. Like, I walk in my fullness. I take up a lot of space. I don't sit in the back of any elevator. I go in, like the elevator open for me. And I want community to understand that's the kind of energy and attitude I want us to own, that we deserve. I'm going to share something that's very, very important. You see my name on the door here? I want you to understand this. I dreamt about this as a child. I've seen, when you're watching those movies, Dynasty and Falcon Quest, we see people with their offices with their name on the door. We see the Alexis Carrington Cove, we see the Bill, we see the Dominic Devereaux. We see them, and we see them, people with power with their name on the door. And I said to myself, I want to make sure I have a name on the door. My name is on 2 doors here. Oh yes. Oh yes. This door and a door on the 11th floor. And I'm not saying that to brag. I'm saying that for you to understand the possibilities. This is the boy from Waterford. This is the boy from Waterford, Jamaica. Waterford.
Yeah.
This is the boy from Waterford. I had these dreams, and I say to myself, it's possible. I want community to understand these are possible. Let nobody hold you back. Last thing I said, I was just talking to Khalil. She is the past director for the TDSP, and we're talking about the ways in which so many of our community members are seen in deficit, but the ways in which they see themselves in deficit because they don't know that it could be. You know, every time I go and I see a publisher, a poet like Canute, and a new publisher, I'm excited. I said, I want to come into this office a couple months, years from now, when all you can see on the shelves is books, more books. And I know Canute write this one, this person write that one person write that. I want to fill the space with that. And it's going to, so guess what? If you have a book, if you're in community, you have a book with your name on it, you want to give to the center, to go on our shelf, come on now, give it to the center. We are promoting our stuff. What I say, FUBU, by us, for us.
And ultimately,
Yes.
a center for black people should have all kinds of things for black people.
Yeah.
Including black people in all the range of all of
It's
who
going to
we
be
are.
amazing.
Yeah.
I tell you something is going to come up, and I have to put this in. In June of next year, we are hosting the My Beloved Summit, Black Queer Summit.
Wonderful.
It's going to be a situation. Because when I tell you I'm going for community, the house kids will be here. Oh, I'm going to do a Shabella. You better get it together. Enough love. Enjoy. Enjoy.
Beautiful.
You see the Sankofa?
Ah, right.
Actually, yep. Amazing.
Thank you, sir.
You are more than welcome.
Thank you very much.
All right, Canute,
Yes.
as usual.
I
Boom.
Know, I know, right? I mean, they're beautiful.
We're going to start packing. Get some food.
And then, speaking of, here it is.
For now, if we're doing jumpers, we're going to make structures based on this stuff. Like I saw this one cool game puzzle based on like area and like
Hey. Yeah, how you doing? Good. More people still.
and then that way they can like, oh, when am I ever going to use this?
I see you at all the house music parties. That's why I noticed you use your camera. That's where I know you from. Yes.
You and your other friend.
Yes.
We're always dipping and doing it.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah. That's right. I was looking at something with Tony Humphries the other day, and you were there.
Yes, exactly.
Wow.
You go to Chosen Few this weekend?
No,
Did you
no.
go see Danny Krevitt last weekend?
He was here last weekend?
Danny, and nobody knew.
Where was he?
From New York.
I didn't hear about it.
Somebody from New York called me and said, you know, Danny's coming to Toronto on Friday, but I was at the AGO for the culture
And I was
thing.
sick. I wasn't feeling well, so I couldn't go out.
Danny was here. No, I don't know, some promoters I never heard of.
But you know what I heard?
Yeah.
Finally, though, because even my favorite thing I go to New York called Soul Summit,
Yes.
those DJs said they've had people book them here, but
Yeah.
sometimes it's like private, it's not so
Yeah,
publicized
you don't-
functions.
Yes, it wasn't that publicized.
Yeah.
You have to dig deep to know he was here.
Yeah, wow.
And I'm a big 718 fan because
Me
I lived in New York for 10 years.
Oh, that's
And
why
yeah.
that's why you have the hookup and you have the
That's right.
vibe. Whenever I
Yes.
see you out, you're in it, right?
Yeah, that I'm
Have you ever done a
teacher
so?
in disguise.
Oh, you're a teacher in disguise.
I'm a teacher,
I
I'm a
didn't realize
teacher,
that.
yes.
You see, look how we
Yeah.
all have these stealthily ways of living,
Exactly,
right?
exactly.
Yeah.
And I got back into my love of house music when I went to New York to teach.
Right.
And all my friends are like, oh, you gotta come to Danny's 718 session. You gotta go here, Louis Vega, everybody.
Yeah.
So I got back into it and I brought it here when I came back home to Toronto. Yeah.
Do you ever go to the Soul Summits in the park in Fort Greene?
Of course, I miss them. And I used to be a member of the Central Park Dance Skaters Association, and they would bring all the DJs.
So you were one of
and
the.
stuff.
What? Look at that.
Yeah, I've lived a wonderful life.
What's your name again? Say your name.
Cheryl.
Cheryl.
Yes.
What was your last name?
Mayors.
I'm Douglas Stewart. I think this is the first time we're officially meeting.
How are you affiliated with OISE?
Community, and I
Okay.
know Dr. ABC,
Okay,
and then my
yes.
cousin was here.
Okay.
Has her info table out there,
Okay.
Precious.
Okay.
So she said, I'm there.
Got some earrings.
Oh, nice,
I
nice,
bought some
perfect,
earrings.
perfect. Anyway,
Okay,
good. I'm
all
sure
right,
we'll see
nice
each other
seeing you.
again.
We'll see you on the dance floor.
Yes,
All
yes.
right.
All right.
One of them should literally do He just said work on your time management. Like she was not concerned that I actually knew how to teach.
And we're in a corner here.
The other one was like,
What was that?
your lesson.
I think it's Explorer or St. George. This might be. Oh, we know where this is? This is actually the north side, I think. Yeah, that condo there, where one of my exes lives. That must be Prince Arthur. Anyway, doesn't matter. So yeah, I had lovely. 22 minutes later, Mr. Dr. ABC gave a,
Oh, good.
Nice.
Let's see how this is lovely, though, right?
Yeah. And then my friend there was she's like, oh my God, this is your assistant. But we see each other at house parties.
That's what she was saying.
Parties.
And she goes, he always has his phone. I said, yeah.
Yeah, because they usually document sometimes the party scene. So she's on a lot of my videos dancing up a storm. All right, let's end this video. There it is. Not yet. I'm gonna grab something now, and then I'm gonna hit the road.
Make sure you get
See
food to
here?
go, everybody. Get food to go. There's enough food to get. Food to go. Food to go.
Did you hear that? Food to go.
Take my picture over here. Take me my thing. So this is the Center for Black Studies and Education.
Move over here so I don't have that behind
Yeah,
you.
I don't want to be happy. Oh, dear me.
Yeah, so let's get that. Perfect.
Got it?
And hold on, let's get the full. And of course, the matching ensemble. What's this? Who's this?
It is the season. Tis the season.
But did you design? Do you get this designed, or
No,
is
but
this
I
from?
do the most. Oh, you see some, my jacket is like this.
And that's what I saw. Like you have a sort of.
It's wool, it's jacket. But I buy them different places. You think I buy everything like the same place?
Yeah.
I bought this and the jacket 3 different times.
No.
3 different year, 3 different.
Because it looks like it's
and
an
it
ensemble that comes
together.
together.
But it's giving. That's what I do. I give ensemble. I see your hat.
And that hand me done now. You give ensemble. Wait, no, it fits with the idea of community. Ensemble. All right.